Hello YouTube. It's Chris, Harriet Pipes. Hope everyone's having a nice weekend. I've just been finishing some pipes off, so it's time to do a video. It's been a little while, but I've been quite busy making a batch of pipes, and that, for me, that takes a bit long. It's quicker in the long run than making each pipe individually, but it takes longer to do, so hence the lack of videos over the last week or so. But it's been extremely humid in France. Very, very hot. You do anything, you drip in, so it's gone right back up. But hopefully next week, the forecast says back down in the 20s, which is bearable. So, smoking my faithful little apple. Bit of change of pace on the tobacco front today. Giving my taste buds a bit of a shock with some of this stuff. Really nice. Semois. Showing you the back of the packet, haven't I? There we go. Vincent is the king of Semois. Long live the king. So what have I been doing? I had a bit of a catastrophic finish to the day. I was making a billiard with a 9mm, and I just, for a minute, just sat the stem that I'm making for it in there, put it down. I don't know whether it's a temperature thing. It's certainly the direction of the grain in the shank, and it just split, so I've got to do that again. Such is life. At least I've started a stem. I've got a few more commissions to do. I've got a few more commissions to do this week. Someone's ordered a fledgling with a 9mm. I have got one on the website, but it wanted a saddle stem, so for those of you who want to see, that's how far I've got with that. Found a nice acrylic saddle stem to fit to that with 9mm. So do some sanding on that. I might contact the guy, because Craig, his name is, and Craig was saying he wanted a nice light pipe. Well, they don't come particularly light, as you can see, because it's aged briar. But he said to sandblast it, because he wasn't expecting very good grain, but actually it's got beautiful bird's eye all over the front of the bowl. Nice and tight bird's eye, and on the back as well. So I might sand it and spray some water on it and send him a picture and see what he thinks, because it could well go for a smooth that, to be honest. Why not? Don't have to be sandblasted, do they? So I've got 5 pipes to show you. All finished. Barring another wax. I realised that just after I'd lit this, that smoking Semois in my favourite pipe is getting a taste of Semois for quite a while, that pipe. It's not like Ennerdale or anything like that, but it does have a lingering taste. Fortunately, I like the taste, but I don't want to put any good tobacco in there for a while. Right, show you these pipes then. So we have Devin in America ordered 2 pipes off me, and 2 chaps in the UK, Matt and Tom. Tom's got a YouTube channel, Toking Tommy, but he's not done it for a long time, I know. I think he's fallen out of it, and life's getting in the way of his YouTube stuff. So those of you that remember Toking Tommy, this is one of his pipes. So you remember I made the bent bulldog. So I got an order for 3 more of them. So this one is for Devin. And he wanted a shorter pipe, so I've made the pipe a little shorter. His preference is for a nose warmer. So he ordered one, and then Matt and Tom ordered one as well. This is Tom's. But Matt and Tom both wanted a 6mm filter, which I've done. Just to show you, 6mm, no problem. The only real difference is slightly wider on the, slightly deeper on the shank with the face, because just to fit the filter. I know what I mean. It's been a long day. So yeah, Tommy with the 3 rings that I did last time, and the same for Devin, and Matt just wanted the 1 ring. So that's been done for him. And that's it now for this resin until I hear back from Chris Kelly at Eldritch. It's been a good rod, that one. Been quite popular colour, so hopefully I'll be able to get that again. And then Devin also, we were talking, and he likes small pipes, and he wanted it started off as a sort of a billiard shape with a saddle stem bent. Then he said he liked the look of my Dublins, where we were talking about grain orientation, and that, you know, sort of the flare of the grain. Can we see that? Where it goes up towards the bird's eye. It sort of lends itself to a Dublin sometimes. So he got us himself a nice Dublin. Here it is, just a little one, nice and light. It's about, I think it was 33 grams. Small chamber. He wants quick smoke. So I've done a contrast stain on that. And an ebonite stem. I do like ebonite. You may have noticed on my website that in general I use traditional vulcanized rubber, but I do jazz it up a bit with the Eldritch stuff as well. They both got a place in their heart for me, in my heart, to be honest. I love the traditional feel, and working with ebonite. I actually like the smell when I'm machining it and sanding it and polishing it. It gives off a sort of a sulphurous smell, which is quite appealing to me. But I also love the ease by which the Eldritch stuff works, the options that it gives me. So very rarely use acrylic. If I did make an acrylic one the other week, but it's very rare for me to use acrylic. It's my preference to use the resin because it's softer on the teeth. And finally then, this pipe's available. I made another print, so I'm keeping my eye in on the princes. Don't want to lose that skill. And this has got some lovely Eldritch amber. You can see the nice fluting on the inside of that stem. I think the amber's quite classy. In fact, the amber, the teal, and the red that Chris does in this sort of Bakelite ones, the green is excellent as well. I really like the green with the boxwood accents. But those 3 are more understated than the green, the teal, the red, and the amber. So they're not flashy, but they're different. If I hold that there, you know, it's not jumping out at you. Unlike this one, you know. So that's why I like them. It's like an option for the client who likes the traditional stems but wants something slightly different. This is a really good option, which is why I stock it. So yeah, that's got a nice contrast stain on it, a proper contrast stain, not done on the buffing wheel, you know. I talked about that a few videos ago. That's when you've got some good straight grain and ring grain, you can do a contrast by doing a double blast. And when you haven't, you know, for bird's eyes and things like that, you can just buff off the top layer and away you go. It gives a sort of vintage look as opposed to the sharp look you get on this. So I like both effects, but on this occasion. So yeah, started off a few pipes as well today. The Catastrophe that I told you about, I've got a good one for a guy that I can't show you, but it's got a perfect straight grain. Yeah, they won't thank me if I show that one off. And then I'm making, this one will be for blasting, this billiard. Again, some eldritch on that. I've got a lot of traditional Cumberland and ebonite on the website, so I'm making some eldritch ones as well. I think I've neglected that a little bit, so it'll be for blasting. If you look at the shank, the grains not popping out particularly as I'd want it to, but it's got some lovely rings that are going to come out on the bowl, so it's a good pipe for blasting. Should come out nice. And if I don't like the blast, I'll rusticate it, so you will see next week how that all went. So that's that guy. Then I thought I'd have a play as well. So this is nowhere near, but this is going to be a very, very long shank Dublin. And I haven't decided whether I'm going to give it a diamond shank or an oval shank, which is why I've left so much wood on. As you can see, again with a bit of eldritch. And he'll be blasted as well. Looking at the grain, there were lots of... it's going to have an interesting grain, this one. The kind of the rings are kind of diagonal going along it. So I'm looking forward to bringing those out. And yeah, just I'll do some more on this tomorrow, but I have to have a think about what I want to do with that shank. So yeah, been a good week really. Marked out the bowl to replace the one that I broke, and I've got a hawksbill to make as well, a Dublin hawksbill, which should be fun. I've just roughed out some shape on the block, so you can all see how that's going to go. By the time the stem and the bend is on, it's going to be sort of orientated like that. But he wanted a forward cant on it, so even though, if you can see, actually this is interesting, the illusion of a forward cant, that actually is canting backwards. But when, imagine the stem bit is going to be sort of pointing in the direction that my finger's pointing in, so the pipe's going to hang like that and give the illusion of a forward cant. So, yep, playing with shapes really, which is fun. So that's it really. I'm going to drink my water because it's been a sweaty day, and finish my pipe, and then think about some dinner. So have a good week next week, everyone, and I'll stay in touch. All the best. Take care.